Stella agrees to go to a work retreat. Jules hears back from business school, and Jules destroys her relationship with Madison. Will a spiritual guru guide them to confidence? We'll find out when we decode the girl code after this.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz.
Woo! Hello, hey guys, we're decoding episode 8, Mama Bear of Dollface. I am your host, Samantha Jacobs, and I have Jenny to my left and Kay to my right, and we're just gonna dive right into this because we're so excited about this episode. And first thing I want to talk about is this womb retreat. So, Jules works for this company, a woman empowerment startup brand that is blowing up the millennial age, I guess you could say. And the brand is called Womb. And they go on this retreat every year, and Jules does not attend. It's her number one goal is to not attend this. This year, she decides to go. How do you feel about Jules attending this? Do you think it was a setback or growth for her?
I feel like it was more comical for her, but a fun new experience.
Yeah, I was really proud of her. Listen, she is making so many strides, and I thought this is perfect. We've seen her just demonstrate episode after episode, and I think by going to a women's retreat when she's already told us, like, she feels uncomfortable around groups of large women, like, I thought it was a huge jump for her, huge leap.
Mm-hmm.
And there is more huge leaps that we want to discuss about because we have to talk about Stella not getting into business school. We're talking about Jules getting pregnant and the big scene at the end, Madison versus Jules. And then we're going to talk about special news and our ovaries before broveries. So all of that, we'll make sure that we get to that. And you guys, if you have anything to say or you have any advice or want to just chime into our girl chat, make sure that you go to our YouTube page and comment on our live. So, other thing I want to talk about, there's too much things to talk about. Stella doesn't get into business school. She says that USC was her number one pick, or actually her backup, which is so funny.
Which, like, okay, that's a hard school, but all right.
I just don't understand why she was so upset she didn't get into her backup school. Mm-hmm. Do you think you could relate when you went through that after high school process?
I don't even know if I had a backup school. I just applied to like 5 schools I would love to go to and then got in a few and then went to the best one. So this backup school mindset, I guess I applied to like one backup school, but you could like not get into a backup school and then get into a better school.
I mean, you could, but you're not supposed to. That's why it's a backup school.
Right. But
so I was like, oh, man. But I thought, like, wait a minute. Like, I trust that she's done a lot and she is a smart person, but I thought, did she shoot too high? Should she maybe have been trying to go to like a state school, you know what I mean, without such a big reputation? Because we don't know how she did in undergrad. We only know, you know, about her going on when they went on the beach vacation and what she did on the beach vacation.
Right. That's why USC, I was like, okay, girl, like, high
you might
hopes.
want to, shoot a little low. You can still be smart and go to just a regular grad school.
Right.
Like some people.
Yes. I feel like she was overreacting, you know, for her to be drunk on the steps and then making fun of the students walking by. Yeah. This is why these group of girls are ride or dies, because they came in there quick and they swept her up and took her home. Like, what are the odds of your friends getting you from doing something sloppy? Usually they just leave you. Or maybe that says something about my friends. I don't know. So I thought it was really funny when they took her home and they tried to make her sober up. Mm-hmm. Is there any sober up treats that you guys have?
Ooh, good question.
Oh, I have nothing. I've never been drunk.
I like I try to not eat a ton of carbs, but when I'm drunk, carbs are the way to go. Carbs, water, coffee? Ice cream. Yeah, coffee if it's morning. Oh, coffee's hungover. Not if I'm like drunk in the morning, but like if I'm hungover, coffee's good. And then a
hungover trick? A hungover trick? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Well, I was saying they brought her Taco Bell and then she threw it away and was like, "No, I want a Crunchwrap Supreme."
Fast food.
I thought it was so funny.
Yeah,
she's such a mess. She is such a mess. She's funny and I love her, but she's a mess
for sure.
Yeah,
that's how I relate to her as Stella. Just kidding.
But we need to talk about, I know she's a mess, but nothing is more of a mess than Colin and Madison's relationship.
Oh, my goodness, girl.
So we found some big nugget in this episode, and Jules was at a retreat. talking to her boss, and someone just strolls right in. Kay, would you like to say who that person was?
It was Colin. You guys, I was so shocked. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I literally gasped.
First of all, I told y'all he was still, he wasn't really on the market, right? Because she knew that he was still married. But I mean, he is happily married, y'all. Like,
is he though, or is he? Do you think she was lying and putting up a front?
No. Or is she oblivious?
No, he's happily married because there would have been a certain amount of tension there if he was saying they were going to get divorced. They had talked to divorce lawyers. His divorce lawyer told him to lay low because they were processing the paperwork.
Right.
You at the house during a huge event is not processing the paperwork. He wouldn't have been nowhere near her.
And Celeste was so goo-eyed over him. She was like, one day you'll find a relationship like me and my husband. We just make it work.
But don't you think it's weird that he has his own house?
I just assume that they have multiple houses.
They're just like rich.
Yeah, they're rich and they have multiple
doesn't
places.
Care that he's not home for
vacation
2 weeks?
home.
Yeah, because they have a vacation home. They have multiple homes. He's running around. She's running around.
How would you feel if your husband went MIA for 2 weeks?
Girl, my husband can't go MIA for 2 hours in my house, please.
But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Would you be calling me?
This is what you will know, especially like the more married people you know. Everybody's marriage is different. Mm-hmm. And some people can do that. Some people do live in separate places.
Maybe like that too.
Yeah. And like, hey, it's not for me to judge. Everybody's marriage is different. And so they make it work the way they make it work. You know what I mean? I'll look at some people, I'm like, how, Sway? But
like Carrie Bradshaw, Mr. Big had separate apartments.
And then he finally said, okay, let's move into one together.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So
one day it happened.
They had a man cave house though.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
but sometimes people have weird marriage situations. So I felt like they're happily married. I was very upset by that. I was like, what? And I thought, okay, tell me this. Why don't you think Jules wanted him to see her?
Because they met at the
right.
Because maybe he would say something and then her boss would be like, how do you know my husband?
Right.
Yeah, I would have been like, I wouldn't have acted like I knew him, but I would have gave him the eye like, oh, you're Celeste's husband. Nice. Yeah. Good to know.
Do you think he didn't remember who Jules was?
Well, he didn't see her. She was hiding inside the fridge and throwing beers out the fridge.
I mean, she kind of looked like Dolly Parton, so maybe
she is
not.
Dollface.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like, okay, you guys know I was against it. Then I worked around to like, oh, he's a pretty nice guy, and then now I'm like, he's garbage.
Yeah.
But Jules knew that her insecurity was behind hiding a secret from Madison. So I don't even know why they went and did the whole runaround of her pretending she was pregnant. Yeah. I know that Izzy dropped that nugget into her head like, oh, you're pregnant. But she knew she was upset because she was hiding a secret from her best friend. So whatever. So what do you think about the situation when Madison finds out she's not pregnant? And wants to know what's going on.
I was like, Jules, please just stop lying. Just tell her.
But if she's learned anything from female friendships, it's that we lie a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In these past episodes, there was a lot of lying going on.
But she's going to find out eventually. It's like, think of the future, Jules. Like, she's going to find out you're not pregnant. You can't keep that lie up for so just tell her because she's going to find out. Like, this is very obvious that she's not pregnant. It's very obvious she's going to find out that they're still married. So just tell her up front. I was like cringing at that point.
So, but then it made perfect sense as to why when she tries to tell Madison's like, you don't know what you're talking about. Plus, you're a liar.
Right.
Because she's lied. Because she's faked a pregnancy. So I was like, well, there you go.
That didn't look good for her.
I was like, that was actually really great writing.
Yeah.
Madison totally overreacted because she knew she was wrong. We talked about this last time. She is putting her feelings onto her friends instead of dealing with her feelings herself. So
it's not
for
Jules'
her
fault
to make Jules cry, come on.
Yeah, but you're right. It's because she knew she was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's I feel like a lot of times you get mad at your friends for telling you info you don't want to hear instead of the source. Go to the source. Go to the man. That's who you should be mad at. Just go to the source.
Yeah, why don't you just go to him and be like, Jules said that you were married to her boss still. What's up with that?
You don't need all this he said, she said. Just go to the source.
You really don't.
Do you think they're going to work out their friendship and she's going to confront Colin? Or do you think she's going to continue her relationship?
I think they will grow from this and conflict is good in their friendship.
I think she's going to confront Colin next episode. I feel like they're going to have it all out.
You think Madison will?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because
she will.
because I can't see Madison like talking to Colin, not bringing it up, not getting extra about it.
Yeah.
She's so high strung and
Right.
so controlling. I mean, I could see her being mad at Jules,
Yeah.
but then later on, the next time she has to meet up with Colin, just exploding at him.
Right.
Yeah.
But she really cares about what he thinks, and she wants him to think she's like mature.
That's
so I
true.
feel like
She
she
cares
might hold
too
back a
much.
little bit.
Yeah. She cares too much about what he thinks. I think Jules and Madison need to stick together because their friendship is so powerful
Definitely the most
in
solid.
both of their lives at this moment in time.
Yeah.
And girl power conquers all. And because girl power conquers all, we're going to go to a special segment, Ovaries Before Broveries.
Ovaries before broveries, baby. So in this special segment, Ovaries Before Broveries, we're going to be talking about our favorite female characters in this show, in Dollface. What are our favorite female characters? I feel like we should know the girls by now. This is episode 8. Personally, for me, a person, every time they come on the screen, I just can't wait to hear what comes out of their mouth is Izzy. Just from the first episode to the 8th, I just love her. She's so entertaining to me, always hilarious, always adding just a little bit of the right kind of levity to whatever situation she's in.
Yeah, love
it.
her too. I always think workaholic women are super fascinating. So I love Madison and Celeste.
I would say Stella. I love her fashion. Whoever is the costume designer on this show, A+, because I want every outfit she has. And then I was thinking, maybe, wasn't she pregnant while they were filming this?
She was.
And I was
They
like,
covered that really well.
Yes.
They
Yeah, I
did
noticed
cover
that.
that
So
really
good.
well.
And I love her character. She's so free and fun and great.
Thank you for loving me.
Yes, we all love you. And because we love you so much,
Yes.
we're going to talk about some news.
Woo.
TV News.
Margot Robbie played the yoga instructor in this episode. And Margot Robbie is also a producer. And Margot Robbie and Kat Dennings fought for the role of Harley Quinn, and Margot Robbie got it.
What? I
didn't know
didn't
that.
know that. I would have picked Cat.
Really?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know Marvel stuff that well.
Interesting.
With the glasses on, I couldn't figure out who she was. My husband and I had to Google it.
Are you
I was like,
serious?
she's familiar, but like, who is she? Like, I don't know Margot Robbie super well. I don't watch a lot of her stuff.
Yeah.
I just know that she had a hand in creating Dollface, and so I was like, we know her, but who is she? So we had to like go through the cast list on IMDb. We're like,
see
oh
Iconic?
yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
Aw. Well, I love how the show has little nuggets of random people making cameos,
Yeah.
and that's
That's
like
cool.
so good. They did that so well because it wasn't overbearing, or you didn't want them next episode.
Yeah.
You were like, one was enough, and that
Right.
was
Yes.
it. And yeah, it was
a quick scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, so funny.
So, because we can't wait to see what happens in episode 9, we'll catch you guys later. Where can they reach you?
Jenny Louise Austin on Instagram.
I'm at Host K on Instagram and Twitter.
And you can reach me at storyof_Samantha. And we will be decoding the girl code next episode. See you guys.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.